Good morning, friends, and happy day 32 of our virtual field trips. Sorry we took a day off this week, and then of course Monday was the holiday, otherwise we'd be a little further along, but that's okay, here we are. So today is another one of those sort of rainy, dreary days outside. In fact, it looks like there might even be fresh snow up high. Hard to believe that here we are more than halfway through May, and there's still snow happening up on the mountains around us. So anyways, good day to be inside, good day to be in our kitchen, and what we're going to do today is we're going to talk a little bit about growing your own sprouts. Now, of course, it's the time of year when there's a lot of vegetables available, but that doesn't mean, something really easy that you can do even in your kitchen in a windowsill with minimal effort still provides a nice opportunity to have a little bit of fresh greens. So behind me, I have all sorts of stuff set up so that I can show you how to make sprouts. So the first thing that you need if you're going to make sprouts is you are going to need a jar. Now, doesn't matter what kind of jar, although you'll find that these narrow neck jars actually make it a little more difficult than the wide mouth ones when it comes to actually getting your sprouts out. Because these sprouts are going to grow and fill the entire jar. You're going to have to pick them with your fingers through that narrow hole. Much better to use a wide mouth if you can. Now, the next thing you're going to need, besides the jar and the ring, is you're going to need some cheesecloth. And you don't need a lot of it. You just need enough to cover the top so that you can hold all the sprout seeds in and let the water drain out and let air come out too, in and out. So once you've done all of that, the last thing you need is you need sprout seeds. Now, we need to be careful about this, because if you buy seeds that don't say sprout on them or don't talk about sprouting them, you may find that they are actually covered in chemicals that you really, really don't want to eat. So better to find a source of sprouting seeds. Now, I know that locally here in our town, the PharmaSave actually carries Mum's brand, M-U-M's brand. You go to a lot of garden centers, you'll find Mackenzie seeds. They offer sprouts. There's lots of sources for this. And there are more things that you can sprout than you could imagine. Really common are alfalfa sprouts. Now, it's funny because around here, alfalfa is weedy. Alfalfa gets everywhere, and it can be really hard to get out because it has a really deep root. But it doesn't mean they're not tasty to eat. You've got, things like Sandwich Booster, which is actually just a combination of different sprouts. It's probably got radish and alfalfa and other things in there to give it more flavor, to be quite tasty. And then I also have some clover here. Now, one nice thing that it mentions is how many days it takes for it to grow. So this is how many days it'll take from these seeds going into your jar to when they're going to be ready to eat. And one nice thing about alfalfa seeds is that they grow really quickly. You can see it says only 3 or 4 days. Now, there are countless things that you can sprout when the time comes. You can sprout mustard. You can sprout more exotic herbs like fenugreek. You can there's lots and lots and lots of different things. Even beans, different kinds of beans, different lentils. So, for example, here I have this mix, which has lentils and split peas and all sorts of delicious things in it. We have your classic bean sprout. That'd be great in Asian cooking or just eating fresh. They're pretty wonderful. And then good old-fashioned alfalfa sprouts there, you can see. So, to do this ourselves, our package is always going to give us all the information that we need. So, this one says, place seed in jar, cover the jar opening with cheesecloth, and then rinse the seeds. That's basically all that we have to do. The thing is, this is actually probably enough for more than one jar, but of course they want you to buy it a lot. So what I would suggest actually is use about half the package each time you make a jar worth, and we're just using the pint jars, the 500 ml jars. So put about half of this in. So I'm just going to put my camera down for a second and see if I can figure out a way to do this that makes sense. There. How about that? Perfect. So there's my jar. Here's my seed packet. So we're going to open up our seed packet. And And we're going to put in about half of our seeds. There we go, maybe a little bit more. Perfect. Now the first thing that we want to do is we want to rinse them. So we'll take our water here, and we're going to put water inside. Doesn't matter how full you fill it, just give it lots of water. And then we're going to take some cheesecloth that, as it happens, I've already cut right here. We're going to stick that on top, and we're going to put the ring on. It's hard. I'm sorry that maybe if I put it far enough away, you can almost see the ring. Oh, well, we'll spin that on anyways. Now, give it a little shake. Be careful, though. And now we're going to take my phone back up. So that's all on. And all I need to do is pour out the water. Now that's to rinse it. We'll do it one more time. We'll let them soak a little bit. And over the next few days, they're going to start to sprout. One of the cool things about seeds is that seeds have everything they need to grow for a while. They don't need any extra food. They don't need anything like that. All the vitamins and minerals and things like that are already sitting inside that seed so that it can get started. And we're going to make that work for us by getting them wet, letting them start to sprout, and then eating them. And they're going to have all of that deliciousness right inside. So there's the alfalfa sprouts. Now I've got another jar here that I've already grown. You can see it is packed to the gills with all kinds of delicious sprouts. Now all that we need to do, well, so we rinse them. It's a great question. We rinse them just to make sure that there isn't any dust, to make sure that there isn't any chemical residue of any kind, and it also just helps them wake up. So we rinse them first, and then we let them soak for a while in the water, just, half an hour, something like that. Now the great thing about the mesh is that you can pour water almost through it. You just have to be careful to always leave a spot where the air can escape. So you don't want to pour it too fast if you're going to do it that way. Or you can just take the mesh right off. There. So yeah, we'll just let those sit for a while and eventually turn into absolutely delicious sprouts. Now I would recommend, trying a few different kinds. Experiment. Decide what you like. Something like a radish sprout is of course going to be spicy because radishes are spicy. Other kinds of sprouts, alfalfa sprouts, they don't have a ton of flavor. They're more just kind of a neat texture. But putting them in a sandwich instead of your lettuce, or, I just love eating these raw. So there you go. Just a little nice thing to do out on a rainy day. It's looking pretty rainy out there. Just make your own sprouts. Next time you're at a garden supply store, or you're looking on the web at a seed company, see if they've got sprouting seeds and maybe give it a shot. This is not meant as an endorsement for any particular company, of course. It's just what I happen to have handy at the moment. And believe me, you might be able to make different or better choices for yourself where you are. Anyways, I hope you have a fantastic day today. I'm going to have a fantastic day because in hopefully a few minutes, Purolator is coming with a very, very cool package. In fact, this package has me so excited because one of the things about these videos that's made it really difficult to do is I mostly have to have a Wi-Fi connection to do these live, like we're doing them. And that means I'm restricted to being very close to our visitors building. Now, sometimes I'll bite the bullet and I'll use my cell phone data to do a few of these videos, but I have to be careful not to do too many of them because they eat up my data really fast. So, we have a solution and it's coming today. I've been given permission and a little bit of funding to install Wi-Fi on the entire site. So the entire Gristmill property, all 12 acres, is going to have Wi-Fi. And I mean blazing fast Wi-Fi. Like Wi-Fi 6 Wi-Fi for those of you who are the tech people. It's going to take a week to install probably because we've got a lot of wires to put in and things like that. But it's so exciting because it means I will literally be able to be anywhere on site, have an amazingly strong connection, and be able to do live video with you guys. That is so ridiculously cool. So, anyways, I hope you are doing well. I hope you're adjusting to this weird new normal that we're starting to see here in British Columbia. 5G. Not exactly. Not exactly. No, not exactly. That's complicated. I'm not going to get into that. Rumor has it we might be getting fiber coming soon to here, which is really cool for the country. So if I can have really fast Wi-Fi and fiber, oh my goodness, we're going to do 3D immersive videos. I don't even know, but that'll be really cool. Anyways, so just one more time for those of you that just joined us, we've been talking about sprouts today, how to make your own sprouts, just how easy it is, all that you need, which really is not very much. And yeah, I hope that you give it a shot yourself. Anyways, guys, you take care of yourselves, wash your hands, have a spectacular weekend, and we will see you again on Monday, possibly with our very first guest. And I don't mean that they're going to be standing next to me, you know, violating social distance. I mean, we might actually be able to have a guest that I can share the screen with. So anyways, you guys take care. We'll see you on Monday one way or another. Bye-bye for now.